Hey guys, I'm Phil. You probably remember me from Surgeon Simulator videos, and if you don't, you should check out those videos right here. I've made a link to a playlist with all those. Speaking of Surgeon Simulator, the guys that made it made another game. It's called I Am Bread, and boy is it fun. This game is about being a piece of bread owned by a guy who appears to be mildly off his rocker, let's say. He goes to the therapy barn, but he pays his bills, and he's got a lot of stress. He's got a lot of anger towards this mysterious council. So there's a storyline of this game, but it doesn't matter to you because you just want to become bread. You want to become toast. You're a piece of bread. You want to become some toast. So first thing you want to do to become great toast is cover yourself in butter. This is also a bit of a cooking show, now isn't it? So go ahead and just rub yourself up on all this butter here. The controls are fairly intuitive. You know, you have the corners of your bread, much how bread is the cornerstone of all eating, of a healthy diet. Grains or something, I don't know. What did they teach me in school? I don't remember. I just eat fried chicken every day. So you're gonna rub up against this butter, much like how you do it in the shower every morning. You grab your stick of butter and you rub it on yourself. But in this case, we're trying to do it as a piece of bread, which is much more difficult because you're not a person with hands who can rub butter on themselves easily. You're a piece of toast who needs to rub itself against the butter. But it's very possible to be completely coated in butter very well. And while we're here, let's grab all these little pieces of cereal? I don't know what this is. Pomegranate seeds? Something. It's delicious. And that'll make it more tasty. So this game has kind of two goals. The obvious one being become toast, but the not so obvious, but I believe that you guys can figure it out, one is to become delicious toast. So I guess it's really just one objective, but there are two parts to it. One is to become toast, and two is to become delicious. So the easy way to climb up things is to kind of do this swing. It uses the least amount of grip, which is a meter at the top of the screen that kind of depletes, much like Shadow of the Colossus. This is the Shadow of the Colossus sequel we never got. Yes, I'm calling it. I Am Toast is what The Last Guardian was supposed to be. It became this eventually, and got picked up by Bossa Studios. I'm playing The Last Guardian right now. Anyway, yeah, it's a lot like Shadow of the Colossus. This game's a lot like Katamari Damacy in that you're picking stuff up as a piece of toast. And, it's also got sort of that Surgeon Simulator, Octodad, Goat Simulator, sort of silly controls vibe, though not nearly as hard to fight the controls as Surgeon Simulator or Octodad. Octodad I haven't played much of, though. Maybe that game is actually intuitive. This game is certainly quite intuitive. Controls are pretty easy to wrap your head around. It's just a matter of working with them to be an effective guy who becomes toast. An effective piece of bread who becomes toast. So flip on up to the stove. And you guys see over there that toaster? We're not going over there. We don't need a toaster to become toast. We need this stove, dudes. Alright, so you're going to slide and turn this stove on. You want the bottom knobs to be on for that burner. And just rest yourself on that hot surface. This is how we're going to get an A++, I'm telling you guys. It's going to be great, it's going to be easy. Now something to note, I'm going to be trying to get you guys through to A++ on all these levels. However, I don't know how to beat the second level yet. So I'm still working on that. But I'll post some failures so you guys can, see my attempts as I try and figure it out. It takes place in a living room. I don't know how to become toast in a living room. I mean, I've got my living room right over there, and I don't know how to become toast there. So once you're done, you just press the two sticks, press in the two sticks, and you get an A++. Don't play this with a controller. Don't play this with a mouse and keyboard. Play your shooters and your Dotas with a mouse and keyboard, but don't play this with a mouse and keyboard because that's insane. You need these triggers. Okay? And then you're going to do great. You're going to get A++. I'm completely edible. I've got a high toast quality. I'm 400 points of delicious. I got a good time. And you can do the same with my help. For just one subscribe a lifetime, I will teach you how to do all of this. You don't have to subscribe, but I'd really like it if you did. I just hit 500 subscribers recently, so thanks, subscribers, for that. I really appreciate it. Stick around for more Toast, or I Am Bread. The game's in early access. It's still underway. But I'm going to be playing through it as it goes through its development, and keeping you guys posted, or keeping you guys toasted on everything. We're gonna have a good time, have fun laughs. See you next time. Subscribe, like, favorite. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, Google+. Bye.